How's it going, everyone? Jacob Rothenberg here, and in today's Black Friday video, we are going to go over all of the fundamentals of how to utilize Amazon ads for 2020 and beyond. So, in case you haven't noticed, Amazon ads has greatly changed on the platform with several new additions, several new features that unlock new strategies that are now possible and can be automated using Amazon ads. So instead of buying a $5.97 course or one of my shitty self-promoting courses on evolution, why don't we just go over how to do this for free right now on video as my gift to you? So let's go on with it. So if you haven't already figured it out, with using Amazon ads, you'll want to go to advertising.amazon.com. You'll want to then choose your campaign type. So for here, you'll have a choice between sponsored products, which I exclusively do, or you can choose also lock screen ads. And lock screen ads are basically an ad that someone needs to thumb over or like flick over in order to unlock their Kindle e-reader or Fire tablet. Now, from the empirical data that I've seen, and because I'm also in fiction, and this is more relevant for fiction, lock screen ads don't convert well at all. So we've done some experimentation this year with lock screen ads, and my team and I could advocate solely doing sponsored products if you choose to utilize Amazon ads at all. So we're going to go ahead and click on sponsored products. And so this is going to be fairly basic stuff from the beginning this has not changed. So you'll want to name your campaign. So we're going to do something in the way of something for like hunting for kids. When the campaign starts, we're going to start it today. And then there's no end date, meaning how long do we want the campaign to run until. A lot of this is also going to be self-explanatory with the information being provided in the bubbles, info bubbles from Amazon. So if you're ever stuck on trying to understand what a certain parameter means or what setting you're toggling with, Amazon has so much dispensable information right at your fingertips. So you'll just want to check that out. So daily budget, again, this is so basic. The amount you're willing to spend on the budget each day. So let's do it, $10. Now, this is where things can start to get a little bit more complicated already. Automatic targeting implies that Amazon will target all keywords and products similar to the product on your ad, and it's going to employ an algorithm that will match all possibly related keywords to your product. And so if you want to learn more about this, there is a whole article on, interesting, didn't populate there. If you click it, it opens a new tab and you can learn about the basics of how Amazon sets its targeting. So that's all there. I'm going to go over the different match types in a second, but let's continue on. If you want to do manual targeting, you manually choose the keywords that you want to target, and you can set custom bids for each keyword. Now, if you have an automatic targeted campaign, you can still go back and filter out the keywords that are being targeted and then change the bids that are being targeted for different keywords. So for this example, I'll just keep it at automatic. Campaign bid strategy. So this is something that has greatly changed since 2018 with Amazon ads. So you now have three options. I'll actually start from the last option here, which is fixed bids. So a fixed bid means that you're setting an exact bid, and it's just at a fixed bid. If you bid 75 cents per click, you are going to bid a hard maximum of 75 cents per click. No exceptions. Whereas with dynamic bids, you can set up dynamic down and dynamic up and down. So what dynamic down does is it'll lower your bid setting if your ad is less likely to convert to a sale. So let's say you have a fidget spinner book for kids, and a user sees your ad for something that's not very relatable, like yo-yo tricks for kids. Now, it is going to be theoretically less likely to convert to a sale as kids or customers looking for tricks on fidget spinners are not going to buy a yo-yo book. So you will still display for that ad, but you will bid less than what you set your bid for. So that's how it works. And again, everything that you need to know about Amazon ads is literally at your fingertips with just clicking learn more. So you'll want to check that out. And I really implore you to check this out. And that's why this is a free video, guys. I'm not giving you any proprietary information. This is all literally free and all that you can figure out on your own just by taking the time to read up on the official FAQ. So you don't need a $600 course to learn Amazon ads. You don't need to learn, you don't have to pay to learn the very basics of how Amazon sets its strategies. It's already here for you. So Amazon dynamic bid up and down is when it'll increase your bid when it's more likely to convert for a sale. If you want a gun for a keyword and you want to be able to play for the top page, and I'll show you how to do that better, you can turn that on and it'll still have a dynamic down enabled. So in case that was a little bit too complicated, just click on learn more and read about dynamic bidding. Now, what's really exciting and something that I like to play with is you can set your bidding strategy to increase its bid up to 900%. And you can play for getting the placement of your keywords. So let's say, again, my bid, let's scroll up really fast. We have a bid of 75 cents currently. If I want to go for the top of the first page of search, so if I search for fidget spinner tricks and I want to go hardcore on appearing on the top of the first page, I can set my my bidding up to 900% to appear for that keyword. So on the extreme end, if I type in 900%, I am willing to spend up until $7.50 for the placement of the top of the first page and get clicks. Now, you're pretty much guaranteed the top of the first page with a setting like 900%, but realize, if someone clicks your ad and you're bidding at 75 cents, you're going to be paying up to $7.50 for that ad click. And likely your royalty that you're making from your book is not going to cover this. So you'll want to play around and see what are you willing to bid up towards for the top of the first page. And that's going to be dependent on your overall strategy. Some people like to intentionally bleed and run at a loss to get traction and reach the top of the first page to wipe out their competitors. That's something that I do and that I've done. It's not something that's very economically sound if you have a small budget. But if you're someone that wants to just take hold of a keyword, even at a loss, this is something that you can employ. Now, if you want to be a little bit more reasonable, you can set a much lower bid adjustment. So you can bid up to 50% if you want to get the top of the search, which is more reasonable. If you're running a 75-cent bid, then you're going to have a placement of up to $1.13 per click. Now, hope that I explained that well. For product pages, what are we bidding on here for adjusting our bid for a product page? I wanted to pull up the exact definition so that there's no ambiguity. And it is what you would think. A product page refers to the sponsored products placement on a product details page. So if we're looking at Yo-Yo Tricks for Kids by JR Publishing, you can also put a sponsored product placement on the product page of a relevant keyword. So if you want to play for that, again, it's the same mathematical formula as playing for search using bid placements. So we'll leave it at that. Now, ad format. You can choose between writing your own copy for your ad, or just letting your ad run with no custom sales copy, no custom sales text. So we'll do custom. And I am running my entire catalog here of books. I'm going to just filter by kids. And I'll share my book roster here. Let's look at bear hunting for kids. We're going to add that as one of my products. Cool. And we're just doing the ebook. So again, for automatic targeting, my default bid was 75 cents. I have a suggested bid of $1.05. And it seems that the most expensive, the highest bidder right now is running up until $1.43. So let's say I want to play a safe game of staying reasonable. Like, let's say I want to bid 75 cents, but I know I have to be around $1.43 for the top of the first page. Now I can set my bid placement to, say, 100% and be willing to bid up to $1.50 for the top of the first page of search for all the keywords that I'll be bidding for. So that's something that we can do. And also, if you don't want to just go with a static bid, you can do bids by targeting groups. So this is another layer of sophistication, another layer of complexity with bidding on Amazon, but this is a very powerful tool if you want to be really anal about how you're setting your bids up for your keyword, for your book, or for even an FBA product. So here we have 4 parameters, 4 targeting groups: close match, loose match, substitutes, and complements. Close match. If we have a book about yo-yo tricks for kids, we're going to show up for yo-yo tricks and yo-yo tricks for kids, yo-yo tricks books for kids. Pretty self-explanatory. Loose match. If we have a book for yo-yo tricks, we will show up for like yo-yo books or like toys for yo-yo toys for kids, addictive toys for kids, etc. It's going to be loosely matched, but it'll show up. Substitutes. So if someone has a search for like yo-yo tricks for kids, they will see products that are similar but are not quite yo-yo tricks at all. So they'll see like maybe slime tricks for kids. They'll see Play-Doh tricks for kids, helicopter tricks for kids, whatever the case may be. Now that runs very loose. It's looser than a loose match. And compliments is a page that'll it'll consider what customers have also bought to a degree, and so it'll show like if you're maybe now buying a book on yo-yo tricks for kids, it'll display ads for actual yo-yos and products similar to what customers are also buying with your book. So that's pretty powerful in and of itself. Just for the sake of keeping this simple, you can read up on this if you just go to the page here on Amazon Ads and see how targeting works. You can play it all here, and you can always change this later once you have a campaign going. But we'll just work with our default bid. And now we have what's called negative keyword targeting. So if you want to prevent your keyword from showing up for an ad, you can do that. So if you want your ad to not be shown you can exclude keywords. So let's say I'm friends with Bobby, and Bobby's got this awesome audiobook guide for kids, and I don't want to show up for audiobook guide for kids. I can do that. I can add that, and I have it to where I can just avoid the exact keyword and the exact phrase. So you'll want to read that here. So the exact sequence is excluded, and the exact keyword set is excluded. And you can add on to that if you want. Custom text. Learn how to shoot endangered and have loads of fun being an irresponsible hunter. Great. Create custom text is not changed. So from here you can launch your campaign, and once you're monitoring it, you can still edit and change all the parameters I just showed you in this video. So guys, I know this is something that has layers of sophistication with utilizing Amazon ads. If you have any questions regarding any of the parameters or features with Amazon ads for 2020 and beyond, let me know. If we need to actually go through the painstaking of making a course on this, let me know. I'm thinking maybe we can make a low ticket course that'll replace the publishing evolution and include ad strategies with that, and maybe make it like $47 for anyone who wants it. Let me know, and let's see what we can come up with the community for what we all want. So until then, guys, take care and see you later.